introduce everybody to what is called the Kevo by Kwikset. And Kwikset is the dominant force in America branded locks. If you go to Canada, their brand is Wiser. They also deal with Baldwin. But the introduced product is called Kevo. What Kevo is a keyless entry lock that's going to work with a cell phone. Your cell phone is going to become your key, and it's a passive key. Just having your cell phone on you, on your person, in your purse, is going to enable you to walk to your front door and simply touch the lock.
Oh, you touch it?
Oh my God!
Oh, look at that! It's lighting up.
And the lock unlocks green. Double
Whoa.
That's not an NFC phone.
So how did it work? And same way, when I'm on the outside of the house and I touch it, it locks. I get a single amber flash, just like a car.
That is not an NFC phone.
It's not an NFC phone, because this phone's actually going to be in my pocket or purse. It's going to keep my hands free.
That isn't even a phone at all.
This one's an iPod.
Wait a minute. Hang on. You're telling me you didn't even, you said you had that in your hand and you unlocked it, but you're saying that could be in your pocket.
Usually it's in my pocket. My wife, it's in her purse.
It's Bluetooth.
And it's Bluetooth low energy.
Okay, so when it senses the Bluetooth signal nearby, it says, oh, this is someone who's allowed in if they touch the lock. But it's not. It worked because we were close enough.
Correct. So it has nothing to, there's no fingerprint, anything, but there's an active interaction, absolutely, to make that lock work. So there are no false positives. I don't want that lock.
So if you're walking in
you got it.
with a group of people.
I don't want that lock to open when I'm pushing the lawnmower past it. I don't want it to lock and unlock because I happen to be near the zone where it works. Security reasons, you want an active engagement to lock and unlock. And I can hit that with my nose, with my elbow. Works through this shirt on my elbow when I've got a pizza in my hand.
Or if we just got back from getting groceries and I've got my phone but all my hands are full, somebody with me can touch the lock.
You got it. And when I take a picture of my wife with her arms full of groceries, I get yelled at that I'm not helping, but it's a great picture. Now,
but he's like, it does wonders.
Now, when the door is locked, by, again, simple touch to lock the door when I'm outside, let me line up for the cameras a little bit better. One of the most important things is when I'm outside, I want the lock to work, right? When I'm on the inside of the house, so when I bring my phone to the inside of the house, it sure as heck better not open when I'm on the inside of the house.
How do you do that?
This is intelligent positioning. It's part of the touch to open piece that we have here. So security reasons, the first false positive, my wife rips this off with a crowbar. This absolutely cannot open because my cell phone was within range. It has to work on the outside of the house, and it can't work on the inside of the house.
Is there something on this side blocking the signal?
So how's the magic? How's the secret work? So there's intelligent antennaing. Unless you have a lock that has front and rear positioning on it, physically there's no way to put front and rear antennaing on it. Also, front and rear antennaing on positioning is patented by UniKey. So we're the smarts that are going inside the #1 lock that's out there, tried and tested, a Kwikset lock. And what does Kwikset bring to this? Well, it's the electronic lock that's been on the market for going on a decade. It's tried, true, and tested. Goes through all the standard security pieces that you would think. I just signed an audit for a security architecture audit the other day for $50,000. These are things as a Kickstarter or startup company are pretty hard and out of bounds for a lot of folks. In partnering with a company like Kwikset, all of the check items to have uncompromised security on your front door are met. And we would have trouble meeting that if we were just UniKey or if we were doing a reference design on our own lock. So thankfully, with a willing partner like Kwikset, who's forward thinking, we're able to put together their strengths and mechanics that they've always brought, their security, along with the technology that we've been able to adopt at UniKey. And UniKey goes into anything that's under lock and key, code or combination or proximity. We're just starting at your front door. So what my front door, I've been looking for the solution for 7, 8 years. Frustrated that I can do it on a car today. I can have a fob in my pocket, touch the car door.
My car does that.
Now, one other step with this piece too, and excuse, this is my little hand, I'm not an engineer, this is my little hand assembled one that I took out of one of my kids' backpacks the other morning. So it's got tape on it to hold it together. But my kids are 6 and 9, they don't have smartphones, they're not going to school. These are safety pinned into their backpacks, and they get the same touch to open functionality as the smartphone.
Now, can you buy that?
What is that? It's like, it has to be powered, right?
It's a Bluetooth fob. It has batteries in. The batteries are replaceable. It should last you a couple years with the batteries before you need to replace them. They're the regular big watch cell batteries, the common ones that you can find in the drugstore for now.
But since it's Bluetooth low energy, they last a long, long time.
Long time.
Fantastic. All right, so I see that you can access it via a regular key as well, so that's good.
Now,
for backup.
How does that work? It's great for backup. It's also, my mother, bless her soul, we put one on her house. She's a participant whether she wants to or not.
Yeah.
She's a healthcare worker that comes over every Tuesday. The key works only between 2 and 4.
Right.
I get an in-app notification when that happens. Reminds me to call to see how she is, everything else. I offered her a fob for my front door, and she said, I need nothing else on my key ring. I have a key that's good enough for me. Right. So the key gives you not only backup, but for the people that don't want to do it, you can still work with a mechanical key. Now, my family, what happens when you lose the phone? What happens when you lose the fob? It's one of the greatest things about this is not only can I add people to whenever I can delete and disable people on the dime. I had my phone taken out of my pocket on December 23rd. In the grocery store. I immediately went to my wife's phone, logged in, disabled my keys. I went to the phone store. In 20 minutes, I had a new one. I logged back in. All my keys from my other phone came right over to my new Christmas present. So they're going to be in 3 different finishes. These are, compromise the mass of what Kwikset sells today. You might have polished brass on the door. Venetian bronze
so you have
is
choices.
a favorite. So different finishes, uncompromised for your front door. Because it looks like a dead. I wasn't allowed to take this job until my wife saw what it looks like in the front door.
Right.
I get leniency in the AV rack. I get nothing for the front door. It needs to look like a lock.
Hey, kids and everything.
Okay. I'm assuming that we could control this by an app and unlock the door for someone if we're not there?
Remotely. So the ability to remotely lock and unlock a door has been in place for about 10 years through those pieces. In order to do that, you need to put the lock on a network. Otherwise, it's magic. So you need to be on a cellular.
Speaking of
networks, we'll offer those people that solution, but it won't come with a network adapter in the box. But for people that's important, we'll have a solution for them.
Can you also integrate the lock with any other networking topology like Zigbee or Z-Wave?
It doesn't have Zigbee or Z-Wave on today. However, if you know Kwikset, they sell in the most popular security companies. There's a Zigbee module and so forth. I would look for things for us in the future. We don't have an open API, but we will certainly do APIs with strategic partners. As a launch product, it scares me to death to do an open API. If there's any issue, we want to respond to it as fast as possible for people. Security pieces, is this hackable? Somebody's always going to ask me that. Is a smart kid in the neighborhood going to get there? It doesn't rely on Bluetooth encryption that's on this. It has 3 different layers of, some of them are military grade, 512 encryption. The 3 main encryptors we use, none of which have ever been compromised, let alone all 3 at once. The person that can do that is probably draining the Federal Reserve fighting Bruce Willis.
Not your house.
They're not looking for my kids' iPods.
Don't really care about your house.
That's what a brick through the window is for. I mean, ultimately, it is not the weak part of your home.
Awesome. Okay. And Android support?
Android doesn't support Bluetooth Low Energy as an OS, which is painful for us. So right now, and I'm an iOS person, but boy, the guys, we've got tons of them on the office. We love Android. As soon as they announce what their intentions are, we'll either be able to support Android as an OS for compatible phones. If not, we'll certainly look to do individual devices by people that are willing to work for us, but we're really relying on Android to take that next step right now.
Gotcha. Cool. Well, thank you so much for showing us.
Guys, thank you for having me, and thanks to the audience.